My wife wants to date other people. My wife, 26 female, and I, 28 male, have been together for 4+ years and we just moved back to her old university town. She is back with her old uni friends and one night after coming back from hanging out with them she said that one of the guys in the group said he still had feelings for her, they dated in uni. She tells me she has feelings for him too and wants to date him, just to see where things go or what could have happened, and that we should have an open relationship while she explores this. The thing is that we are in her home country now where I am not able to work until I get my work visa and don't have much a social life ATM. The only reason why I am here is for her and our future. I'm not feeling great about this or the idea of having an open relationship in general, which I told my wife, and her response was that I am being close-minded. I also offered to take a break for a couple of months so we both can do our own thing. She can date the guy and I can go back to my home country, travel, and then we can see how we feel afterward. She thinks that is too dramatic. Am I being close-minded? How should we navigate this situation? Basically she wants to duck him and have you hang around like a little puppy dog waiting for crumbs from her table. Don't let her humiliate you like this. What happens if after this break, she decides she wants him? You'll have sat around waiting for her and she rejects you anyway. She's gaslighting you by telling you you're closed-minded. You're not. She just wants everything her own way. She's spoilt and selfish. Do you have kids? If not, move back home and live your life. You packed up and moved to your wife's country for her, and all it takes is for her to see some old friend and your marriage is basically over. Then, when you don't comply with her request for an open relationship, it's your fault for being closed-minded. Stop being a doormat, dude. I, 34, am married, 35, but prefer being by myself. Too long did not read. How do I, by all accounts, a happily married male navigate wanting to spend my life alone rather than married? I have been with my current wife for 11 years, married for 2, and we have a good relationship. No kids. I won't say that I am unhappy, I love her, and in all respects we have a good relationship. I, however, am realizing as I get a bit older that I much prefer just being alone. I've been traveling quite frequently for work alone and have just found myself to be happier when I am alone. This is rough because I am in what I would call a happy marriage. I think my personality just prefers to be alone though. I love being around other people, but not with other people if that makes sense. I like having the freedom of doing what I want when I want, without having to talk or think about it. It's not that I can't tell my wife, I want to be alone the day, or, I'm going to go have a drink by myself, but it's draining to have to do that. It's not asking for permission, that's never been a problem, it's just for me I don't want to have to even say that much, I just kinda want to do it without having to think about it or tell someone that I am doing that. I don't enjoy talking about how my day was, or deciding what to do for dinner. This isn't a problem in friendships as those interactions are less frequent, and I don't feel the need to do that with friends. This is also not related to wanting to be with someone else, or even looking for someone else. This is strictly me wanting to be with myself. It doesn't feel lonely to me. I enjoy going on vacations with my wife. I enjoy going on dates with my wife. I just enjoy doing those things by myself more. How does one deal with this feeling? Does this mean that I should not be married? Is this a normal feeling? I think when I have talked with people in my life about just getting older, most people are the opposite in that they want to be with and around others that care for them. I find that being alone is just more enjoyable. The issue is that you need to be with someone who wants a similar sort of relationship. It sounds like your wife wants a more typical marriage, where you live together and talk frequently, and that is generally assumed to be the goal for most people. If you want something different, you need to be upfront with people from the outset what your ideal relationship looks like so you can find someone compatible. My current wife sounds like you have the answer you're looking for already, lol. My cat showed me that something is wrong in my mariage. So we are married for almost 5 years. We don't have kids yet, we are struggling with infertility. Since the beginning of our relationship I've been the one that flirts and gives romantic nicknames to my husband. He is more like the serious type that doesn't like showing affection. However, he gives me a nickname that I don't like and despite telling him many times he keeps calling me that way. I might seem silly but I'm aware that nicknames between a couple imply a certain level of intimacy. On top of that, I'm also the one that keeps expressing her feelings towards him. I know that words of affirmation is my love language and I also express that many times but I've been considered silly for asking. I want to hear, "I love you," more often. I don't think there is something wrong with that. Anyway, we adopted a cat a month ago and she is basically the best thing that ever happened to us for a while. She brought so much joy into our lives. We both fell in love with her. The weird part is that my husband, whenever he holds her or plays with her, he tells her how much he loves her. I mean more than 10 times a day. He's been so sweet with her. He is so different when she is around. Now of course I don't mind that she is the cutest ever. But what hurts me is the quick change in the pitch of his voice and the seriousness that takes place again when he talks to me. At first I thought that was his character, but now I believe it is more about me. Maybe I'm insane for thinking this way, but I still believe my feelings are valid. It's definitely not about you. You can't compare pets to people. Apples and oranges. But if there was this really fundamental difference in how he expresses his love and how you want to be loved, why hasn't it been addressed before? Was it different before you got married or? To be honest, I am a lot like your husband. I struggle with expressing emotions to humans I love deeply, but will cuddle my cats daily and tell them how much I love them. When I raised this with my therapist, she noted it was probably due to the fact that an animal wouldn't knowingly break your heart. I would definitely talk about it with your husband and provide that empathy so that he gets there with you. Expressing emotions doesn't come as easily as we would like it for some of us. How to stop feeling inferior and jealous of other women just for existing. Hi. I have been in a relationship for the past 5 years. My boyfriend is kind, caring and shows me his love all the time. I have never had reasons to no-thrust him. My problem is that almost every time we are in social situations with friend and new women come alone, I instantly start to compare myself to them. I always find them more beautiful than me, smarter, with better careers and better personalities. I ended up feeling inferior, angry and not enjoying my time. Plus, I get immensely angry and want to leave. I have been so angry that I want to break things, and many times I protect this anger toward my partner. I feel I hate him in those moments even when there is no logical reason for that. He doesn't flirt or anything with this woman, but just they being in a room close to me, it's enough to make insecure. I know it's a me problem and I don't know what to do. I tried to improve my self-love, but it hasn't worked and I'm desperate. I don't want to feel like this for the rest of my life. I used to feel the same way. Have you had any traumatic experiences in the past? Were you compared a lot as a child? Do you have siblings you were often jealous of? These kind of things sprout jealousy.sohn. Cover what you need and get help for it. Also, switch the roles. This worked great for me. When he's around you, and some guy joins in that let's say has a better job than him, do you feel attracted to him? Of course not. You like your partner because of who he is, and not the guy with a better car, better looks, a better car. And I promise you he feels the same way. What everyone has said is pretty much spot on. Seek professional help. In the meantime, until you get help, start small. Every morning you wake up, compliment yourself. Find the thing you love the most about yourself and build that up. Start with one thing before you try to build up other parts of yourself. Work on your personal image of you. Do all of this without the outside thought of anyone else.